Mr. Williams, you're not driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. I just told the lady I was driving. I'm picking up my niece from school.
Did you pull over like you were able to?
If I pull over, I gotta pick up my niece from school. I just told the lady this. I can't.
Mr.
I gotta go
Williams,
pick up from school.
and I said we're in court, so you have to make sure you're free, right? So
I understand, but my phone is on 1%. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, sir, why don't you call back in?
What I'm saying?
Sir, this is the judge. I just want to let you know I can't have a, okay, can you please listen? I cannot have a hearing. I cannot have a hearing with you driving. So why don't you finish what you're doing, get the charger, and call back in, sir? Otherwise, your case is being dismissed today.
Judge, we would want to move forward on a default today.
Well, no, he's here, so I want to give him a chance to be back.
Yes, ma'am. I'm coming back.
When can you be back, sir?
I just need to. Can I have like 30 minutes? I just need to get my niece from school and get a charger. That's it.
So by noon, you'll be back in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And Judge, if he's not back by noon, I request to move forward with the default.
Okay, we will see about that, sir. Please come back in because I'm not comfortable defaulting you, and otherwise your case is being dismissed. Okay.
I have papers.
I know it's okay.
I have papers left. He's trying to do this.
Miss Hilton, don't worry. I'll let her know.
I just want to say this. He's picking up his niece. He has a daughter.
Ma'am, I can't be hearing this right. There's Mr. Williams. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you able to have your camera so that we can see you? Thank you. And you have a charger now, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And somebody seemed to have like a TV on in the background. Okay. It seems quieter now. Just please make sure you're in a quiet spot so that everyone can be sure to hear the testimony that's going to be presented. And we're ready to start recording. We are live on the record in cause number 21 FD 1320, and this is a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. This was filed by the Attorney General's office on February 13th of 2024, so it's been on file over a year. All parties are present on Zoom today. This is a remote proceeding, and I am sitting outside of Galveston County pursuant to the Texas Family Code, section 201.1045, and I find nobody has filed any objections to proceeding in this manner. Mr. Williams, can you please state your full name for the record?
Charles Williams.
Okay. And Ms. Hilton, can you please state your full name for the record?
Devin Monique Hilton.
Okay. Can you both please raise your right hands to be sworn in? Do you each solemnly swear that any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, you can lower your hands. And sir, please be sure you say yes or no, the full words. We are recording and it picks up differently. Counsel,
yes, ma'am.
General's office, can you please state your name for the record?
Adriana Rodriguez, present.
This is a contested hearing. Please note you are in court, and so please treat it that way. That includes speaking in civil tones, treating one another with respect, not driving. Also, please be sure to stay on camera. If you go off camera, we can't tell if you're frozen and unable to hear, or if you're hearing and just not on camera. So it's real important you stay involved in the hearing, and we know you're here and able to hear. And then lastly, please know I'm not with the Attorney General's office. So anything you've spoken to them about or given to them, I don't know about and I'm not supposed to know about. There's ethical rules about that. So don't think when she asks you a question, Ms. Rodriguez might ask you something that you just discussed. Don't think she told me, because she can't and she won't. So my only time to hear the answers is now during the hearing. And you may proceed, Ms. Rodriguez. What are the agreements?
Thank you, Judge. The parties have agreed that neither will have a non-disclosure. And they also have agreed that Mr. Williams is in child support arrears and medical support arrears in the amount of $1,962.23 as of February 28th.
For $1,962.23. Okay.
And as of February 28th, 2025, and he will pay that judgment by paying $20 a month. There is no child support arrears. There is no dental support arrears. And the parties have also agreed that Ms. Hilton will apply for a government plan and Mr. Williams will pay $50 in cash medical support beginning April 1st, 2025. And the AG and Ms. Hilton agree that child support should be set at $357, based on Mr. Williams's gross amount of $2,080. And that is the only pending issue that we need a ruling on, Judge.
You can put on testimony.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, will you please say your name one more time?
Charles Williams.
And you're working at Burger King, is that correct?
Yeah. I don't know where you got that number from. I ain't tell you that number, 2000.
Well, you make $14 an hour?
Nah, I ain't tell you that at all. I told you exactly $1,600 a month.
Before or after taxes, do you make $1,600 a month?
After taxes. Before
Okay,
it was 19.
so what do you make an hour?
12.
And so you make 12 an hour, and
Yeah.
you work 40 hours, correct?
Nah, we get like 36, if that.
36, okay. And do you ever get overtime?
Nah, we just talked about all this.
Sir,
I'm not allowed to talk about what we
Ms.
talked about.
Ms. Rodriguez, one moment. Sir, I just went through a very long list of things. I'm sorry to
Oh, no.
cut boring.
Nah, I heard
But
you.
one of the
Me and
things,
her
sir,
just talked.
please listen. One of the things I did say is I don't work with the AG's office, so you're going to be asked questions you already discussed. And these would be some of them. So you all probably did discuss this in the back. I wasn't there, and she's not allowed to tell me what you all discussed. So we have to go through this again because this is relevant
No problem.
to you. I'm deciding. So please just be patient and answer the questions.
No
so we
problem.
Can get Thank you.
But I just want to know what she got her, because I ain't tell her neither one of them prices. So I'm trying to figure out, like,
no,
how
don't
you
worry,
get
we'll
that.
break it down. All right. So where do you work?
Yeah.
Well, 1 second, we lost Ms. Hilton. Ms. Hilton, are you still with us?
I'm sorry, I lose connection over there. I'm gonna move over here. I'm sorry.
Sideways? Is there a way to?
I'm so sorry. This
It's
shouldn't
okay.
lose connection anymore. I moved over here. I'm sorry, Judge Baker.
It's okay. Are you able to turn your camera in a way that we aren't looking at you sideways?
Oh yeah, like this?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. You may proceed, Ms. Rodriguez.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Can you say your hourly one more time?
Well,
And then you said how many hours do you work a week?
at the most, like 36.
Okay.
1 week 36, 1 week 24.
And how long have you been working at that location?
Not long. It's a temporary job.
Okay.
Like we just discussed, it's a temporary job.
Mr. Williams, I'm not trying to be rude. I do remember our discussion, but I have to ask everything one more time in front of the judge.
No, that's fine. That's
okay.
fine.
All
No
right.
problem.
So when did you start working there?
I don't remember the exact date. It ain't been long though.
How many weeks?
It's probably gonna be like a 3-week project.
How many weeks have you been working there?
For like 1.
And are you gonna have do you expect to stay there longer?
It's a 3-week program.
Okay.
It's like a project with a temp agency.
And so what happens after the 3 weeks in that job?
Then I ain't gonna have a job no more.
I have a question. You work at Burger King?
No, it's a Burger King warehouse that basically keeps their material.
Okay.
I'm just helping out around the warehouse.
Okay. And again, let me stress, I know nothing about your case except what got filed. So when you say things like I work at Burger King, I envision you're working at a Burger King.
I'm
so the more
sorry.
information you can give, sir, will help because I'm listening closely so I can make a ruling. But if I don't have good information, I just go with what I have. So
I understand.
So Mr. Williams, what are your monthly expenses?
My rent and food.
Okay, and how much is that a month?
I think it come out to like 1,600 as far as, you know what I'm saying. My rent 1,400. Lights, water, car note, food, things like that. So after all of that, I have like $200 left for the month. That's why I told you I can't pay $450.
So do you expect to have employment after your temporary job ends?
Nah.
So how are you going to pay your bills after that?
I'm gonna have to borrow some money from somebody
How long do you usually do that for?
till I find another job.
And how long is that gap usually take?
I wish I knew, but
Okay.
I'm definitely looking. I'm definitely gonna be looking.
And Mr. Williams, what child support obligation, what should your child support obligation be?
Something affordable that I can pay.
And what is that? What do you,
If I
what
got
are you asking?
$200 left for the month, I guess you can just have the whole 200, and I just I just wait till I get paid again.
Sir, please watch your language. This is court.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know if I said. I'm sorry. It's different because it's on the phone and I ain't in court, so it's like I'm sorry though.
Okay, let me stress again, this is court, so please treat it like court.
I apologize. Did I cuss or something?
I think you did. So please just use appropriate language in the courtroom.
My bad.
Your Honor, that's all I have at this time.
Ms. Hilton, do you have any questions for Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am. I've stated to him, yes, ma'am. Can I ask him the question?
The questions are from you to him. So they're not asking Ms. Rodriguez. You're not asking me at this time. You're asking him. So please direct your questions to Mr. Williams and make them one question at a time and make sure there's something answerable, not a statement.
You know what, Judge Baker, I don't have any questions. We have already talked about things, and I've stated, and I have documentation as well. So I have no questions. I just want to talk to you, Judge Baker, and try to get a number so we can get a collateral number to support my child today. No, I have no questions.
Okay, Ms. Rodriguez, you can call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to call Ms. Hilton.
Yes.
Ms. Hilton, how much child support are you requesting at this time?
357 at least, at the minimum, because I pay a balance of Kitty Academy daycare, and she goes back and forth. They pick her up from school, and that helps me out a lot. I'm a single mom, and I do work, and this has been taking over, just trying to support my daughter. So I'm asking for 357 at least, because her daycare comes to like 500 within a month, within 2 weeks. So that's what I was asking, at least 357. And I want to keep it at that number. I don't want to go any lower.
What other forms of income, if any, do you know that Mr. Williams has?
He's sold dogs on the side, like Frenchies. He That's all I know of. I don't really talk to him about what he does, but he always states that he has a job, and when he has money a lot for him and his expenses. But my daughter has not gotten nothing in 7 years.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop you because I think you're no longer answering the question.
Okay.
Please listen carefully to what Ms. Rodriguez asked and just answer the question.
Okay.
And what support have you been receiving currently from Mr. Williams?
Zero.
When's the last time he gave you any support?
$50 for her birthday party last year, May 17th. She had a birthday party at a roller rink, and he gave $50, and we had to ask for that. I paid the rest of the amount.
Judge, that's all I have.
Okay. The state doesn't represent either of you, so I'm going to give you both a chance if you think there's anything additional I need to hear. Mr. Williams, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to, or you say, once I get this amount right here, whatever amount that I do give, I just want it to be out there that I ain't giving nothing else. So this whatever she gets, she need to use it wisely because I ain't giving her nothing else.
People, this is your time to try to tell me what you do and don't earn.
Huh?
Okay, right now you're kind of using your opportunity to threaten her, and that's really not what this is
By
about.
saying I'm not giving no more money, but
you telling me that that's all you're going to give her doesn't really that's
a threat.
Neither here nor there. So what is there anything you'd like to say about what you do or don't earn? Because that's kind of what I'm listening for right now.
I don't know. I'm just ready to get this over with.
Okay. Do you raise dogs?
Do I raise dogs?
You sell Frenchies on the side?
No, I'm scared of dogs.
Okay. Ms. Hilton, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, Judge Baker, that's all.
So this is a modification. What was the prior child support?
The prior child support was set at 0. The parties had agreed to deviate.
Has anything changed since then?
Yes. Hold on, Judge. Your Honor, at the previous order, the parties lived together, and they currently do not live together. Or they were going to live together. So if I may ask Ms. Hilton some questions about that.
Okay.
May I, Judge?
You may do so.
Ms. Hilton, in the previous order, you both agreed to deviate it to 0 because you were going to move in together. Is that correct?
No, ma'am, this is what happened. He had moved, he had some issues going on, and he had moved to Texas. He would fly back and forth to Atlanta to Texas. So I was willing to help him out at the time, and he was doing a little more. And then we never lived together ever.
Did he move in per the way that so he didn't move in, and that was the reason that y'all had put 0 in the order, correct?
He was moving to Texas, and he stated that he was going to help out with my daughter, and he was giving me a little cash at the time. But it stopped.
It stopped, and you're not living together per what the order says, that you're deviating to 0, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I think my camera froze.
No, you're good. We're here.
Yeah. That happened. Yeah, that's what had happened. He had moved back to Texas at the time.
So I have a question. In this prior order from 2021, it looks like you were working at Burger King.
Ma'am?
I'm looking at the prior order from 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
And it says you were working at Burger King.
Yes, ma'am. I was at the actual store then.
So when did you stop working for them?
Probably like 3 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
And what have you done since then?
I've been like cutting grass.
Why'd you stop working for them?
Relocation. I moved to a different side of town. I couldn't make the drive.
And are you living in Galveston County now, Houston?
Oh no, I live in Georgia, Atlanta.
You live in Georgia.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, based on the testimony presented, I am going to find and base support based on the presumption of minimum wage. Well, actually, what is, give me a moment, I'm going to do some math. Okay, based on the testimony presented, I'm finding there's a material and substantial change in circumstance since the prior order. Parties no longer live together. I'm going to modify the child support. The prior cash medical of $50 each month will continue. I'm going to find that Mr. Williams is in medical support arrears $1,962.23 as of February 28th, 2025. I'm ordering a medical support judgment against him in the amount of $1,962.23 as of February 28th, 2025. That judgment will accrue interest per the Family Code of Texas, and I am ordering, sir, that you pay that back at a rate of $20 each month beginning April 1st, 2025, with a step up that will include the current child support I'm about to order when your child emancipates if there's still money due owing. Please know, though, even though I'm ordering a payout, this is technically all due and owing, and other remedies can be taken against you by Ms. Hilton or by the AG's office to collect this money as appropriate. I am going to modify the support, and I'm finding that the presumption of minimum wage applies. So I just have to do the calculation. So do you have any other children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many other biological children do you have?
Oh, biological, 2, 1.
There's no court orders, Judge.
Do you have any court orders to? I've heard no testimony on this, so I need to ask the question.
2. Did you talk to me, Judge?
Yes, well.
If I may, Judge. Mr. Williams, do you have a child support order for any other kids that it's court ordered?
No, we have agreement.
Do any children live with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so child support, I'm ordering child support of $222 each month, beginning April 1st, 2025, and $50 a month cash medical support will continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
State's going to draft the order based on my ruling today. They'll be sending it to you shortly through DocuSign to review and sign off on.
And Judge Baker, can I say
Yes,
something?
ma'am.
Ma'am, I've made my ruling, so the AG's office is going to have you go back to the breakout room and you'll get a chance to talk to them there.
All right, have a good day, Judge.
But they're
Thank
going to have you go back to the breakout room as well, sir. And
Don't
you'll
leave,
get
Mr. Williams. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Yes, ma'am.